All right, one of the applications that we can think of when we do networking and IoT, that we are going to go further, is of course, this is one way of, let's say, where I use socket, but socket is not a very good way all the time, because that involves a lot of deep, minute coding where you need to go into the depth. Now, when you, let's say, for example, we're going to use certain things for IoT, like, say, for example, if you use ThinkSpeak, or if you use Blink, or if you use Twitter, or if you use Facebook, or anything like that, where you want to use their, you want to, say, for example, tweet when something happens, or you want to send some data online which must be displayed on ThinkSpeak as a particular, as a particular graph or something like that. There are times when you would want to put them up in a very good graphical way, which you would want to display. So these are things that you would want to do when you would, when you want to do in future. So now so basically my Raspberry then is no longer going to be a server, but it's going to be a client, which is going to, so I need to code my Raspberry. In my Raspberry, I need to write a Python code, not as a server anymore, but I need to write a Python code as a client, which will keep sending data to ThinkSpeak, which can keep sending data to Twitter, which can keep sending data to all these servers. Now the problem is we are not coding any of their server side, right? We are coding only our client side. We can code. So we don't know. We cannot get into the minute details of your sockets and stuff like that. We should not, and we're not trying to do that. Okay, but what they do is, instead of them doing sockets, they implement all the socket stuff. They implement in some file. Maybe it can be of any language. And what they do is they give you something called as APIs. They give you some kind of interface that you can take their APIs, you can include their libraries, and you can connect to their server by creating objects of their particular classes from their particular modules, and you can connect to their servers by using the methods of their particular class, right? So you can do that very easily. You don't need to exactly get into the details of the inner stuff like the socket and stuff like that. Okay, so we're going to see one such example where we're going to use Twython, and we're going to use Twitter to send to tweet some things, and to for something to happen. So we just learn about how to use them, and we're going to get into the depths of how to use Twitter, Twython, and stuff like that. For now, because we're going to use Twitter, we need to understand that we need to use a particular library called as their API. Their API, that is Twitter API, is for Python. For Python is called as Twython. The Twitter API for Python is called as Twython, and you need to install them. So you need to install that particular sudo apt-get install. This is the command which you write in your terminal in your Raspberry Pi. Sudo apt-get install. You need to say Python 3 Twython. Either this, or you need to use pip install. So it says Python 3 Twython is already the newest version. So we're going to check if it's already there. Import Twython. Is it there? Okay, import Twython. Is it there? Oh, yes, it is there. So that means you don't have to worry. Twython is already included there. So we're going to see how to access Twitter using my Raspberry Pi, do some stuff when something happens or stuff like that, right? For now, we need to create a Twitter account. I hope you have a Twitter account created. And from my Twitter account, I need to do something like I need to access from my Twitter account. I need to create an app. You cannot directly start programming without creating that app. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But before that, you need to have a Twitter account. Hope you have that. If you have a Twitter account, what you can do is you can just go to apps.twitter.com, apps.twitter.com, and over there you need to say create a new app. So it's already logged in. Let's say back to Twitter. I'll just check who's just, yeah. So this is IoT underscore educba. So this is the particular, this is my particular profile which I created for IoT. So what we can do is, we need to send, of course, this is the Twitter account, but we need to create an app in apps.twitter.com. So go to apps.twitter.com and you need to create a new app. So for now, you can just say your application name. Your application name can be IoT underscore, educba. And description, learning how to use Python, correct? Website, for now, you can just put up any website name. It doesn't matter before, but it's actually your website name. So, but then it doesn't matter any website because it doesn't concern. So what you can do is you can just go to, you can just get this HTTPS educba.com. You can just write down there. You can just copy paste. Yes, I have read it, and then create your application. Okay, close this up. So this is my application has been created. After creating my application, I need to have my keys and access tokens. In the keys and access tokens, I need to go there, and I need to have these two keys. This is one key. There's a second key, and I need to have two more keys. So I need to create my access token out here. So you need to have, oops, sorry, that page. Okay, it has been generated. All right, so these are the two other keys that I need. This is one, this is one, this is one, and this is another. So we're going to use these access tokens and create an app, right? All right, we'll do that. So